Out on the highway, a trucker gets tired. He finds a rest stop before the night falls. There in the bathroom, he gets inspired, 'cause there's a hole that goes right through the wall. He unzips his fly and sticks himself in. Then, to his pleasant surprise, he gets a warm welcome. A fine gentleman has been waiting on the other side. 18 wheels to glory. He's got thousands of miles to go. But it's 18 wheels to glory, and now he can drop his heavy load.
Welcome to the Dollabill Show, episode 32. I think it's episode 32. I get in too much of a hurry, and I got to learn to calm it down whenever I do this. I always forget to announce who the song was by in the beginning, and that was a fucking incredible song. I mean, that was catchy and just sounded beautiful. It's by Stefan Wiener, that song. So check him out on Instagram, and I'll put the link on the screen. Here's a story that I'm going to go right into.
And then this one's my favorite. I don't know if you know this, but you guys have $858 million, again, almost $1 billion, okay, of money to give out bonuses to people. And so listen, bonuses are great when people do good work, but $858 million sounds like a lot of money. That's like a $40,000 bonus to every employee in all of ICE. So well, how about $500 million? How about $500 million for bonuses? Okay, we can do this together. We can show the American people there's like a little bit of waste here, So I can help you capture, Mr. Chairman, $903 million. We can save $1 billion together. Show the American people we're serious.
Will the gentleman yield for a question?
Of course I will.
You raise a profoundly serious point in your inimitable way, Mr. Moskowitz. Well, the bonuses, that is a huge bonus budget.
Yeah.
What does that work out? Have you done the math to see what that works out in terms of bonus per ICE employee?
$42,000 for every employee in a bonus, in addition to their salary.
A $42,000 bonus?
Yeah, $42,000. And I, because you and I sometimes are symbiotic, you're probably going to ask me, what is the average bonus for the American worker in this country?
Do you know what that is?
It's $2,500.
That's the average Christmas bonus is $2,500.
The average Christmas bonus, because Christmas is back, the average Christmas bonus is $2,500, but they want to give $42,000. And what I would suggest in my amendment is instead of $42,000, they get $25,000. That sounds like a lot of money.
Well, it seems to me you've probably hit upon the one thing we really could effectuate a compromise on, although I don't know that we're going to be able to talk to them about it, but maybe they'll just vote for it.
I mean, listen, if no one there wants to talk, bring in Comer. He'll definitely talk to me.
That was Jared Moskowitz, representative and member of Congress for Florida's 23rd Congressional District, which is the greater Miami area, Broward County. I think that's like near Fort Lauderdale, right? Did you ever hear about the city that they elected the town drunk mayor, and they said every time they would ask him a question about a problem in the city, he would just say, "Don't worry about it." Can we trade the town drunk for our president? $42,000 for a bonus for these ICE workers. That sounds like a bribe. That doesn't sound like a bonus. Let me tell you, I worked for places for several years when I was real young. The most I ever got was at the fucking dog track at the casino. They would, whenever I worked leading out dogs when I was a teenager, they gave us a $50 Walmart card, and then we got a prime rib dinner with horsey sauce, and that was our bonus. And I can remember I worked for this company, and I like this company. I really like the man who owned it. He was a hell of a guy once I met him, but he doesn't know necessarily who's running things in his company. You know what I mean? It's a huge company. And we did a lot of like all of the nicest places in Las Vegas, all of the woodwork and stuff like that, commercial installation. And I worked for several years to make that company a great company because I knew all the finished carpenters in Las Vegas, all the good ones anyway. And for years I worked for them, and we weeded out all the bad workers until I surrounded myself with good crews of people, and we would have lots of jobs going on. So we had several crews of people. And I never was the guy who really got the recognition. I was always the guy I was a stoner, and so I just kind of wanted to let me put my tools on and be left alone kind of thing. But I was really the backbone of the company and the one real if anybody had anything they couldn't figure out, they knew that they could send me and I would figure it out. I remember one job we got, they sent us a whole store from Italy, and it was at the Palazzo, and it all came in Italian and metric, and I took those plans and all of that stuff, and they sent us some joker from Italy that was just fucking there to pick up women. He didn't leave the pool at the Palazzo the whole time, I don't think, and he couldn't speak any English anyway. So I did this job, and they always knew that, man. Here's the plans. We can't figure it out. Build this. And I would do it. I was happy to do it because you get to use your brain. But I remember, like all the other guys had company Carhartt jackets, and then one of my friends, I got him to hire him, and he like was older than me. I was really young, so, and they quickly made him the boss, and that was fine because I didn't want those, you know what I mean? That's not worth it for a couple more dollars an hour. And I remember there was a company, OGO. It's like, they're a company from out west. I don't know, out of maybe Park City, Utah or something like that. But they gave these company guys all these backpacks, and they were nice, man. I wanted one of them because I'm a fucking backpack rapper. And like, I just wanted one of them. And I'll never forget my friend that they had just hired, and they brought him in. They came and gave him one of them backpacks, and I was the one on that job from the beginning that did the whole job. And like, it just went through me. I had enough. I took that fucking backpack and stuffed it in a trash can and just fucking went crazy. And like, the owner, he realized that was one of the first times I had ever met him. And he came back quickly with another backpack and gave me one. So I guess you just have to speak up, and you can see a lot of the stuff dude, there's so many of my jokes and things like that, because there's comedians and stuff that watch me and have been from the beginning, and it's all a learning experience from me too. But like, you'd be surprised who some of the biggest names in entertainment are that are out here stealing from people like me. But back to this bonus. I remember there was only one time in my career as a carpenter that I got a real bonus, and it was a really nice man that we built a spa in Summerlin, and he paid me incredible money. It was the only union job I didn't do, and I don't think he had a lot of money because he only made like I think I can remember $980,000 off of that job. And I guarantee, like, I made a big chunk of that building this job. And me and about 15 other people. But he had promised us, I think it was a $2,500 bonus when we finished the job. And we were working 80 and 90 hours a week and stuff. And I mean, he paid us good. And at the end of the job, he gave it to us, and he felt obligated, even though he didn't, he didn't have it. And I mean, this job, it took probably at least 5 or 6 months to finish. So anyway, that was the only real bonus I ever got in my career. And you know what? That's okay, because you work. Nobody owes me shit. Like, I have worked for everything that I've ever got. And this $42,000 bonus for ICE workers, that sounds like a bribe. And it's probably because they know what they're doing in their heart is wrong. You know what I'm saying? These are some of these workers are out here fucking up and arresting and deporting their own kin, their own fucking brothers. And it's just like this shit in LA, and it's all a show of force. They're only doing this in liberal places, and it's no different than when Donald Trump and the vice president, they got Zelensky in that office and put on that show in public because he's a strong leader. They did that to try to make him look weak to the public. And of course, all of his fan base, they fall for anything that he does. And this is just not right. This is not what America is at its heart. And we're a nation of immigrants. And we need to be good to each other. And this is just terrible to see this stuff on the news. And this is right in our own backyard. There's no running from it. So anyway, God bless you all. And I hope you have a good week. Thanks.